So this is a different kind of video. If you don't know me, my name is Kay Hetrick. I'm 17 years old, running a business, and I'm just gonna talk through my story, what I've done, my past, how I've been able to move forward past really just the struggles that I've been through in life, and what I've done to start a business, etc., etc. But I don't know, I might take a lot of breaks during this. This is very personal. I've never shared this information to anyone I don't know, like, very personally. So, but like I said, my name is Kay Hetrick. I run a marketing agency, currently 17 years old. So background on me is, when I was first born, I never had a father figure in my life. My biological father left before I was even born. So the first 4 years of my life, I was fatherless. I was bouncing between being with my mom, being with my grandparents, because my mom was going through rehab, trying to recover from being a past alcoholic. But in rehab, she met an amazing man who eventually became my stepfather. And he was also a recovering alcoholic and drug addict as well. And with that being, he was in my life for a total of 7 years. And he honestly helped us get our feet on the ground. He helped us actually be able to afford food, be able to have a decent place to live where we didn't have to bounce between house to house. So, yeah, but 7 years later, after he was in our life, he did pass away from a drug overdose. He relapsed on heroin and sadly passed away. Obviously, it hit me hard. It hit my mom hard. It hit all of us hard because he was our stability through life. And I was only 11 years old at the time. And he was the only real father figure I had throughout my entire life. Like, he was the father that I knew. When he passed, I don't know how much exactly we had saved up. We had a total, I think, maybe like $10,000 to $20,000 saved up because they were trying to buy a house at one point, but we couldn't do that. So that $20,000, so said, probably had us last maybe 3 or 4 years until my mom, well, that was just to pay rent, food, utilities, just support us in general. So after those 4 years, my mom struggled to put food on the table, keep a roof over our head. We've had this roof over our head for many years, and that is a major blessing, and I'm so grateful for that. So grateful for the Lord as well. He's helped us, honestly, greatly throughout this entire journey. But my mom did start to kind of slow down until we burned through all of our savings. We started bouncing between check to check just to pay for utilities, pay for rent, pay for food. And that was going on for about a year. And then another part of my story is I was in the hospital freshman year because of a immune deficiency disorder. It attacked my immune system. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I honestly could have died that day or through those 2 weeks, but doctors helped me. My mom actually had to pay out of pocket just to pay for all my medical bills, being in the hospital for that long. But after that, because I wrestled, I was a past wrestler. After that, I went back onto the wrestling. I got 5th place in the county for wrestling. that doesn't even matter. That's out of the way. But later in those months going on, I began smoking weed. I was never much of a drinker. I just began smoking weed. And that's what really started my marijuana addiction, is me starting after those months out of being out of the hospital. And the marijuana definitely affected me very hard. It affected my future wrestling seasons. It also led into me selling drugs as well, which was what I had to do to be able to pay for food. Like my mom, she was trying her hardest to provide for my sister and I, and herself as well, while trying to keep a roof over her head. And it just, I needed something else for myself so I could keep eating food, keep providing for myself as well. So I didn't solely rely on her. I didn't want to just rinse through her account, because I felt like I should be taking care of myself. But I sold drugs for about a year, until I was a month and a half after turning 17 years old. And that's no bluff. I bought a course to actually learn marketing and to learn how to build a skill, because I've always had that entrepreneurial mindset. I've always known I was different. I was meant for more. I was meant for bigger things in life. And I was still smoking weed at the time when I did buy the course. And I sold my last drug probably 2 weeks after I bought the course, because the course was a sign from the Lord that I should completely stop. I should stop smoking weed, stop drinking alcohol, just stop everything in general and just focus. So I quit smoking weed March 6th. And honestly, that whole month was a very hard mental battle, because I was smoking weed for 2 years straight at that point. And that was the longest I've ever been sober in the past 2 years. Because I used to smoke every day, all day. So not only was I trying to quit smoking weed, I was also trying to build a business, be better as a person as well. Sorry, I just need time to think. But what I also did throughout that month is I started believing in manifestation more. I started trusting in the Lord more. I started actually putting my weight on his shoulders from everything. And that whole month I was struggling with if me buying that course was a good decision. Me quitting weed, me stop selling drugs was a good decision. Also trying to stay sober at the same time. But I wrote down in my notebook when I first started my journey that I was going to sign my first client that month. And I did sign that first client that month. I did it for free. I wasn't looking for anything in return. I was just looking for a chance. And didn't get the results I desired for that client. So ended up passing. Like, it just not on the table anymore. But I didn't see a single dollar inside of my whole journey until May 2nd, 2026. So it took me 3 whole months of grinding to actually score a client, score any kind of money to actually keep me going, to show that I can do this. And those whole 2 months, 3 months were just a constant mental battle if I was actually going to make it. My family, they didn't believe in me. They still really don't believe in me at this current moment. But I actually signed 2 clients back to back on the same day, which was an amazing experience. It was very eye-opening and showing that I can do this, that I can make money. But one thing I did struggle with during that month after I signed those 2 clients, I got very lazy. I got very comfortable with the fact that, oh yeah, I'm winning right now. I don't need to do anything else, which was a major mistake. But throughout that entire month, I lost both those clients. But after I lost those clients, throughout the entire month of June, I didn't see a single penny. I was still trying to fight the mental battle of being sober, trying to grind, getting out of my junior year of high school. So it was a very long, hard struggle because I did take those breaks during the month of May, and I got comfortable and I thought that everything would come to me now, which is not true. Everything through running a business, being entrepreneurial, is just through hard work, and I've been able to learn that from past experiences. And I'm actually glad that I learned that because it's eye-opening. You figure out what you need to do to actually get to the place you want. Throughout the month of June, I signed 1 more client, and it was an amazing experience, honestly. From me thinking about I wasn't going to make it, that this wasn't going to work out, that I am going to fail, that my family wasn't believing me. I quit my job the start of June with 30 cents in my bank account. And I put a lot of trust in myself, and it was very, very hard thinking that I wasn't going to make it, that my family didn't believe in me. But I signed that client at the end of that month, and the next week later, I signed a second client, which felt absolutely fucking amazing, honestly, because God saw that I was putting the work in and figured out that I can't speak for the Lord because the Lord has a path set out for all of us, but I know it was Him. But that was the end of the month of June. I signed 2 clients that month, and it was amazing. And the next week after that, first week into July, I signed another client. It was honestly another amazing experience. Like, if you sign a client after months and months of hard work and straight mental battle thinking that you weren't gonna fucking make it, and you sign that client, it's a major eye-opening experience. And then I signed 2 more the next week, and that was the past week. I signed a painter and an epoxy guy. Like, God works in very weird ways. It's amazing and absolutely odd how He works. But it's currently July 21st, Tuesday. I'm feeling very down right now. I don't know, other people's words are getting to me, and because literally my own family doesn't believe I can do this. They don't believe that I can do this. They told me like 2-3 weeks ago that I'm not gonna make that. I should go back to my old job, that I should just quit. because I'm 5 months in, almost 6 months in, and I have almost zero results. But what I literally said to them was, fuck you. I'm not going back. I know what I'm doing. I trust in myself. I trust in the Lord. The Lord is what has gotten me here, right now, in this moment, making this video. But this week, I'm hoping it's going to be a great week for myself. I really just wanted to share this video because it's my story. It's what has gotten me to the place I'm at currently. It's me showing the steps I've taken to be able to get to my point right now. And the constant hardships that I've been able to do, struggling with addiction, bouncing back, family not believing in me, myself not believing in me. But it's very crazy how the world works. One thing I could say is don't stop trying, because I went 3 months without any progress and I still kept going. And then I got rewarded with 2 clients almost in the same day. One more thing is something that will happen throughout your entrepreneurial journey, throughout your entire path of trying to build a business or trying to do something to where you can leave the current state that you're at in life, is you will have constant mental battles with yourself. People won't believe in you, but you just have to move forward. A few months ago, I was literally crying, writing in my journal how I thought I wasn't going to make it, how I was a failure, that I spent my money on a course for no reason at all. And look at me now. I'm doing fine. I'm succeeding. I'm doing the things that I said I would. But there's only more to come, honestly. I'm just gonna keep putting in that hard work because that's what's needed to be done. But I hope everybody watching this video, if you made it to the end, has a blessed one. I hope you guys have a great life. Pray for the ones in need. Have a why you're doing it. Explain why you're trying to be so successful. Are you doing it for the materialistic things? Are you trying to help people? Are you trying to help your family? Have a reason that keeps you going. Have a fire burning inside of you that will keep you going forward so you don't quit. But that's the end of the video. I hope everybody has a great life. Everybody has a blessed one. Thank you for listening to me.